Bro, Trey isn't playing. Like, he's still scoring a lot. His percentage are shit
But it's
right
just
now.
like they don't like this team. It's a situation where they have too much talent and not defined roles. It's kind of like you almost predicted what would happen. Yeah, because it's like one night they're letting Trey pass the ball, and another night they're letting DeJounte pass the ball, but it's fucking up because when it gets to the fourth quarter, nobody has a defined role to win them the game.
When it's the end of the game, Trey should have the ball.
But their
Trey
best
should
basketball
be
is being played when Trey is facilitating and DeJounte's primal, like a fucking single mother
Just running
trying
the
to fix
fuck
her
around,
life.
going crazy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the Hawks to win, like DeJounte has to be primal, like a single mother of like multiple kids trying to fix her life. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's crazy that you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Built Different podcast. Let's get it. Welcome everybody to the Built Different podcast. We are finally back with some basketball. I know it's been a while. We are back with Off the Backboard here in the studio. This is episode 7? Yes, this is episode 7.
Technically like episode 9, but we had technical difficulties on 2 different episodes. So we back.
Yes, a lot of technical difficulties as usual. You guys know we don't know how to use computers or any of these contraptions that these kids are coming out with.
We're old young guys.
But we have a lot to talk about. It's been an interesting season so far. Why don't we dig right in? I think, I'm going to lead it off with an opening take and why I think it's an interesting season. Man, what happened to these superstars, these athletes?
Bro, it's just like, because coming into the season, we low-key thought, like, this is one of the healthiest we've seen the league. And then everyone is getting shot.
I feel like they just keep getting chipped. It's like, it's nothing, like, sustainable but, like, a sprained ankle here.
Yeah. They just keep adding
It's
up.
just annoying.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, for me, I don't know if I just spoiled myself because I thought, everyone's coming back. This is going to be
You know what
great.
I think it is? We play 2K with injuries off. That shit spoils us.
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember there being this many injuries.
I just feel like
now than in the past.
What confuses me is because everyone talks about how in this modern era of basketball,
everybody played through them.
Yeah, in this modern era of basketball, well, because bro, you would see Kobe, fucking AI, MJ, T-Mac. They would have these crazy injuries. I would set them out, but all these little sprained ankles, sprained wrists, fucking broken fingers, they would play through all these. They would just tape them up and keep it pushing. But to me, it's just like they always talk about how in this era, with all the medicine advancements and all this and a third, that they're making players healthier, this and a third.
I don't see it.
The injuries are happening the same amount, just they're making them sit out more than they used to.
For me, I feel like there's more what-if stories now than there ever were before. I feel like back when I was a kid, there's double of those stories now than there were before. I mean, Anthony Davis is getting back together, but you can almost throw him in the what-if story along with Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins. The list goes on and on now.
Yeah. But I mean, we still had those what ifs back in the day with like Dominique.
No, really, like those guys exist, but I'm saying like that list of what it was 10 years ago is doubled in just these past 10 years alone, which is
true.
It's disgusting. Klay Thompson's added to that list, and Klay Thompson was one of the healthiest players, and then all of a sudden he wasn't.
Yeah,
that's the shit.
Well, bro, it's just like,
and he's not even that athletic.
His
he just
story,
stands there and shoots threes and plays
his
good
story
defense.
is one of the most saddest to ever happen. Because, bro, to tear your ACL, to tear your ACL in the finals, and then a year later, right before you're about to come back, during practice, you tear your Achilles. It's just like, two of the craziest injuries to happen back to back.
But it's just, I don't know, for that, I don't want to say like I'm throwing this whole season away, but so far this season, seeing all the injuries, between Dame, Kawhi, Paul George, Ja Morant, James Harden, Joel Embiid. I mean, Joel Embiid's back on the court now. Just all these injuries, it's just been disgusting.
What's been sad is LaMelo.
Yeah,
that hurt my heart.
Yeah, LaMelo came back, went back down,
sprained his ankle, comes back and then sprains it in the game.
Is he gonna have the same injury history as his brother?
Come on, man.
Lonzo, we didn't get to see him come back.
Might not ever.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if people are getting babied. I don't want to say that. I'm not an NBA superstar. But it's unfortunate. It's sad to see. So
with situations like these when they happen, how much do you think they affect people's legacy? Because, obviously, for people DeMarcus Cousins, he was the best center in the league and shit like that. And
imagine.
He had such a fall off to where now he couldn't even be considered an all-time ranking list. But somebody who is, like Kawhi Leonard, how much do these last 3-4 years of injuries affect his legacy? Where would you guys kind of slot him in a range? Because some people have him in top 20, and with how little he's actually played, I can't put him in the top 20.
I mean, for me, I put him ahead of Tracy McGrady, but
that's a name that kind of came to mind. But he has more accomplishments than Tracy.
Yeah, I put him ahead of Tracy McGrady, but along with Tracy McGrady, I can't. It's hard for me to put Tracy McGrady ahead or behind people because it's with injuries and everything. Kawhi, it's weird because he won his ring in Toronto, he won his Finals MVP against Bron. He has his accomplishments, but at the same time, he's gonna end up being robbed of half of his whole career. So it's where can you really rank him?
And to me, it's some of it is his fault too, because some of that he was just sitting out. He's not even injured; he's just sitting the fuck out.
I mean, you sitting out against the Detroit Pistons, I don't really give a fuck about that.
Yeah, but it's just when you sit out against every game for the Detroit Pistons and every game for the Rockets and every game. So it's just you play some of these guys 4 times a year, some of them 2, but it's just those add up to where now you're only playing 25 games that year. It's just what does that amount to?
Yeah, but that's the thing. His whole thing is I'm aiming for the playoffs.
He hasn't made it there
but that's the
either,
thing,
though.
Even his last playoff run, the last playoff run that Kawhi Leonard was a part of,
he was dominant.
You can argue that the Clippers were supposed
to... They were going to beat the Suns.
He tore his ACL and you know what happened.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's where his thought process is all right, I'm just aiming for the playoffs. The regular season holds no merit to it.
Yes, but that's at the end of the day, that's a what if. So we can't hold it fully against him, but we can't also be but if he was there, he would have made it. We can't. So hurts his legacy.
I'm just going based off of what I've seen.
Yeah.
That Clippers team would have beaten that Suns team without a problem.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know. It's Kawhi. It's hard because
did they take him to 6 without him?
So I think Kawhi is if he's fully healthy up to this point, even with load management, and he has played these last 4 seasons, I think he's top 20. Because nonetheless, he's a top defensive player of all time. Because he's won his ring. He's won his ring by himself.
Oh yeah,
he's won that one ring. That obviously it wasn't by himself. No player has won a ring by themselves. They've had good role players around them. Regardless,
Clay and KD get injured,
but either way, he won that ring. Yeah, he got through
that
gauntlet of an East.
But I'm gonna be honest. From that season on, too, every time he's played, he hasn't been the best defender in the league either. He's slowed down on the defensive end rapidly since he left San Antonio.
So that's why I can't rank him.
I wouldn't go that far.
He's still a top 20 defender in the league, but he's not a top 5 when he was still playing the last few seasons, bro.
Maybe the last 2.
He hasn't played in a year and a half, so he played 5 games this year, but I'm not counting as he's coming off the bench and shit.
But that year with Toronto and the year following with the Clippers, he was definitely still the best defensive player in the league.
I wouldn't say the best, no.
With the Raptors, he was pretty good.
Yeah, Raptors, he was top 5, but...
He was definitely the best defender in the league.
No.
Like,
Draymond was bugging that year.
Either which way,
what the fuck did that have to do with anything? Draymond has never been a better defender than Kawhi Leonard ever.
That's debatable.
Ever.
That's fucking debatable.
No, it's not debatable.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
I think I'm gonna have to side with V, man.
He's never been a better defender than him.
I mean, maybe the last 3 years.
Well,
being that Kawhi
hasn't played though.
But
bro, I just think Kawhi is a phenomenal.
Through his entire time with San
Kawhi.
Antonio, Kawhi Leonard has had more steals than fouls. Let that sink in.
I said he was the best defender in the league with San Antonio.
Draymond has never accomplished anything close to that.
Draymond isn't a stats guy though. It's like getting steals doesn't amount to I'm not saying it doesn't amount to shit. It doesn't hold weight as much, like, because one year James Harden led the league in steals. Like, that doesn't mean shit.
I'm not saying that he led the league in steals. He had more steals than fouls.
I get that, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's phenomenal. But what I'm saying is Draymond isn't a stats guy, and we know that. Like, his value is not through the stats. His value is how he makes his whole team a defensive unit.
What do you do to Steph Curry that makes him play defense?
Come on, bro. The whole team
Last time I checked, Klay was a great defender on his own.
He was. But when KD got there, who was a subpar defender going to Golden State.
Kevin Durant was he's always been a good.
He was and then he was in the Defensive Player of the Year in the top 10 conversation his first year with Golden State.
Stand at the rim and block shots.
Which he's never fucking done before.
Because everybody else required him to actually play defense.
Because, bro, he went there and Draymond gave him a mindset.
Yeah, stand your ass under the rim and that's that.
All right. I don't. I think Draymond as a whole,
if you got your tallest player on your team, what you gonna tell him to do?
All time, I'm taking Kawhi, and the reason why I'm taking Kawhi is because it's, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but it's his ability to turn his own defense into his own offense.
Oh no! Especially
that
with
is
his
just something that
play.
Draymond can't do.
That's real. Yeah,
and that is just something
crazy.
that Draymond can't do. So that there's been so many occasions where Kawhi's own defense has led to his own offense, which has single-handedly won games.
Yeah, 100%.
Which Draymond just can't do. I mean, yeah, he can pass, but he can't score. So it's like me, I give Kawhi that advantage, which is why it's made his defense so good. Is because he's the offensive player that he is and that he's become. But overall, regardless. And to interject on this injury thing, what if Kevin Durant doesn't get injured as much as he did?
Like recently? In recent time?
Because an interesting stat. Like,
yeah.
And that's the thing is that because an interesting stat recently was that Kevin Durant is the youngest player to get to the recent milestone of points that he got to. Yeah. But obviously he's not going to pass Bron because obviously Kevin Durant, no, he wasn't the youngest player. He was the quickest amount of games.
Yeah, because he's been out of
now
games.
He's old, right, but now he's old. So that makes you think that obviously if Kevin Durant was healthy, he may have probably blown LeBron James and Kareem out of the water when it comes to points.
KD's always been a better scorer, but them two average, I'm pretty sure, points per game for their whole careers about the same. I think like 0.2 differences between each other.
It's fair to say that maybe he gets a chip in OKC. If one of those 2 years he didn't get one of those two major, I believe one was a foot injury and one was a leg injury.
Yeah.
One of those 2 years he doesn't get hurt, that could have been a ring. The year that the Warriors lost Kawhi, that could have been a ring.
Would have been. Not could have. It would have been.
Yeah. Because he was on a mission. He scored, 50 against the Clippers that series before?
Bro, in that first game he came back, he literally, in 11 minutes, had 15 points and then went down.
Yeah, no, Kevin Durant.
And then the fucking Toronto fans cheered.
Went down was crazy.
Yeah.
They definitely could have won that
year. Yeah. And it was all...
Patrick Beverly did that bullshit.
And it was the year that Kevin Durant, I think, broke his foot. That Westbrook... That both Westbrook and Kevin Durant were both, like, insane.
Bugging the fuck out.
Surreal. Yeah.
That's when that year, that's where I, like, found so much love for the Thunder, bro. Because I was a fanboy for that Thunder team when the Lakers were on a down spurt.
But all the injuries now and the way that they deal with them now, all this is doing is making Braun's soon-to-be record just invincible. Nobody's ever going to...
And especially where the league's
Yeah.
talking about making it less
that.
games throughout the season.
Nobody's ever going to break this record.
Yeah.
Bro, for all... Yeah.
And LeBron is smart. You want to know why LeBron is smart? Because LeBron is buying the fuck into this load management shit.
Oh, yeah.
And other people are looking at Bron, who's the poster child of the NBA, and they're like, "Yep, if Bron's doing it, I'm doing it." And Bron's smart at the end of the day. Bron, we know what you're up to, Bron.
He's got that.
We know what you're up to. And speaking of injuries, one of the recent injuries, Karl Anthony Towns, the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
What a fucking disappointment. I mean, I didn't have much hope for them. I had them as an 11th seed coming into the year.
They're all right. I had them as my 10th seed.
Yeah. I had him at 8th.
And it's like, they're about where I thought they would be, but they look so much worse than
They're on a downslide, too. It's scary.
Dudes are just awful.
And it's like they were 10-9. Now
what the hell is wrong with D'Angelo
10-8.
Russell?
Well, that's the thing is so watching the games, because I've caught about 3 or 4 games of theirs this season before Cat went down. First off, they don't. It's like that's exactly it. It's just the team doesn't make sense. First off, I mean, the only way that it was gonna work is if the offense is flowing through Ant, which him being the youngest on the team, no one's gonna swallow their pride and let that happen. So basically, you just have Ant and D'Angelo Russell just fucking standing there while Cat and Rudy Gobert try to figure it out on offense. Rudy Gobert. For whatever reason,
You're letting Rudy Gobert figure it out on offense.
Yeah. No, literally.
Alone.
Literally, I kid you not, I've
Bro.
seen so many times where it's like Rudy Gobert trying to figure it out in the paint, and I'm like, why? But at the same time, if you guys also notice, there is a lot of locker room toxicity already.
Easily, bro.
Why is Rudy Gobert so toxic?
That French shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie. All this is
Or is it Cat?
All this is doing.
Cat's always been toxic, but adding Rudy to it doesn't help.
This is just shedding the light on what the fuck was really happening with the Jazz.
Utah. Yeah.
Because now we see.
Because Donovan Mitchell's over in Cleveland. He's having a great time,
bro.
Donovan Mitchell is having a phenomenal
He's in
time.
the MVP race. He's in the fucking MVP race over there.
Now that they're in fucking Minnesota, just doing Minnesota things.
Bro, and it's just to me, where the fuck does Cat get off calling people out, bro?
Yeah.
Dude, you won a 3-point contest.
That's his only... That and Rookie of the Year is his only accomplishments. Of all time. It's his only accolades.
And being the king of Minnesota.
Ant has that too, right?
Huh?
Ant has a rookie. Rookie of the Year too. Right?
Exactly. So all he has over...
He lost to
LaMelo got that. LaMelo got that.
Yeah.
All he has over all he has over Ant really is a Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that was tough.
And a 3-point contest, and he's been in the league 7 fucking years or something? No, I don't know if it's 7, but still, bro, it's just
Cat has been nothing but underwhelming.
Yeah,
you have no room to talk to anybody about anything.
And Son's gonna talk to him because man said, "What do you like, Popeyes?"
What do you like? I expected you to like Popeyes.
I don't understand why y'all making a joke about it. That's a real serious thing. Shut the fuck up, bro.
That's not what I like to hear. I don't give a fuck.
I am a millionaire. You leave me the fuck alone and you get better and you be the leader this team needs to be. And you shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
I'm gonna be real because I'm gonna keep it a stack. I've seen way too much of this year. My man, and this isn't at Ant. This is at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Because I feel Ant is fully checked the fuck out. He does not want to be on this team.
That's the thing.
And I've seen Ant literally a whole 24-second shot clock.
And that's the issue.
Feet don't move. He literally is going to stand there and let them fuck everything up.
Fucking Cat struggle to score.
Exactly.
You gotta keep him engaged because this guy don't even like basketball to begin with.
Right.
Like you gotta remember that about Ant. He don't even like basketball.
Remember when that interview happened?
Yeah.
Going into his rookie year?
He don't know nothing about it. He don't even know who Alex Rodriguez is, the owner of his fucking basketball team, one of the most famous baseball players of all time. You don't know who that guy is. He don't care
about sports.
He don't fucking care
about
basketball.
He's just really fucking good at it.
He just exists, and he's like, you gotta... This
Bro,
team's a mess.
To me, it just all fell flat where this team really decided to build a team around Cat by getting Gobert instead of building it around Ant. Getting Cat was a move to benefit Cat's weaknesses. Instead, by doing that, you've now clogged the fucking lane with two bigs, and Ant can now only play perimeter play. And it's just like...
And you're going to take the dog right out of him if you're not driving the ball.
It's just like you guys are literally making the same
hasn't dunked on
mistakes.
anybody yet.
Yeah.
That says something.
This team just keeps making the same mistakes star after star after star.
And then you got
And it's
D'Angelo Russell,
ridiculous.
and the only... You're not going to get anything defensively out of D'Angelo Russell. You're not going to get anything IQ related out of D'Angelo Russell. Right? So, like, you're not going to get anything defensively out of him, and you're not going to get a good facilitator out of D'Angelo Russell. So the only thing you're going to get is scoring. So you're going to clog the lane knowing that the only thing D'Angelo Russell is going to give you is scoring, and for him to get going, you need him to be able to run around. You need him to be able to run around. So if you have him just standing there, what's the use of even having him? Why didn't you just go get DeJounte Murray? I'll say this for the rest of the season for the next 3 years. Why didn't you spend all that stupid shit on DeJounte Murray instead of Rudy Gobert?
Yeah.
And then just let D'Angelo
Because
Russell
low-key,
go.
DeJounte Murray
Honestly,
on the defensive end is comparable.
Because you would have gave him D'Angelo Russell.
They pay a lot less. They gave up
They gave up Gallo
and 4 picks.
Yeah.
Instead of the 6 picks they gave up for Gobert.
Yeah.
They gave up Gallo and 4 picks.
Because if this ends up a disaster, the Jazz are great.
Got away with D'Lo in 3.
Yeah.
Probably D'Lo in 2 because D'Lo's fucking
Still
stock
still
wasn't
believable.
terrible in the playoffs.
Still
in
believable.
the offseason. So
And
you
D'Lo's
probably could have
actually
gotten
a piece that they could use because remember they just bought out Gallinari.
Yeah, so D'Lo and 2 picks probably would have got it done, bro.
Yeah.
And Pop, he would have believed in D'Lo. That honestly wouldn't have been that bad for the Spurs.
It wouldn't have been because D'Lo would have had a bigger role on that team.
And that's like
him
what
and
my
Keldon Johnson could go off.
What did the Timberwolves see in Rudy Gobert that was just like, let's give him the franchise?
Yeah, let's give up
like
everything.
We're gonna give up the whole future because
you gave
Rudy
up your
Gobert.
whole bench,
and now you're sitting at 11th. Like the team that you traded your future to is better than you right now.
Yeah. The team you got, you got their franchise center.
A quarter into the season now.
Yeah.
And this is a complete shit show.
You got their franchise center, gave him back a bunch of role players and all your picks, and they're
better
smoking
than you. They're better than you, and they're on a 5-game losing streak.
And they're not even trying to win. They're lucking into this shit.
They're on
That's
a 5-game
wild.
losing streak, and they're better.
The Jazz are on a 5-game losing streak and still better.
All right, so moving from one situation to another, let's move to the team that's a half a game better than them, the Golden State Warriors. So they've been up and down this season. They're 2-10 on the road. They're 9-1 at home. Craziness. What do you think the issue is, V-Man? We'll start with you.
They just need to play defense.
Yes.
I honestly don't believe their struggles aren't. It's not really basketball related, but it's not really related to what everybody else believes it's related to. Like, having these guys look like they don't even want to play basketball.
OD.
If that makes sense. Like, there's just no urgency. They have no will to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, they have no desire to be the team that we saw last year.
Everyone just got paid.
Right. They have no desire to be the team that we saw last
Nothing
year.
is pushing these guys right now, other than Curry. Curry's the only person that's like wanting this. Because, bro, he's averaging 31, 7, and 7, bro.
Because you look at it, all the young, everybody, like, that ring kind of just, like, contented everybody.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's leading the team in
that's
rebounds,
fair.
bro. Oh, no, he's 0.1 behind Kevon Looney to leading the team in rebounds. Steph is.
Like,
It's going to be a tough take. So I don't know. I look at the Golden State Warriors. I see a team that's just not having fun anymore, not playing with too much passion. They're just out there They're just existing. And obviously this can change by the time we do an episode next week. But for me, I look at one guy that's kind of disrupting everything, and it's tough to say because I love the human being so much. I look at Klay Thompson. And I've said this behind the scenes a lot. I feel like Klay Thompson's time is his time.
I don't even think so.
I feel like he'd benefit from a change of scenery. I feel like he's proved everything that he's needed to prove with the Warriors, and right now, it's like what made it work before was that he was solid defensively, and his offense obviously was his offense, and now neither one is working, and Jordan Poole is struggling because Klay is struggling, in my opinion.
Klay's not even, right now he's still he's averaging 17 points, shooting 39 from the three, which is still elite. It's not 42 that Klay used to put up, and he's not turning over the ball. It's just Klay isn't struggling as much as
stats. We know his struggles are beyond what you're looking at right now.
The one thing I did say when he was coming back from injury, the big thing is, can he still play defense at that level? Yeah. And he showed he can.
Like if you watching the games,
he slowed down a lot.
You're seeing him
on the defensive end.
Shoot early in the shot clock. You're seeing his teammates frustrated.
You know who's shooting early in the fucking shot clock? Jordan fucking Poole.
Right.
Shooting 30%
and that's
from
the
three.
thing. What made this work
well
last
below
year?
League average.
What made this work last year?
That looked disgusting.
Bro, because I've lost so much money on Poole this year,
disgusting.
And I've lost so much money on Klay. So I think that's why we're tight at these guys.
This is the thing.
But what made this work so well last year was that Klay was at least efficient to the point where Poole came in with no pressure at all, and he could go
than
off.
he was last year.
But that's the thing, is like you're looking at those stats, but Klay is struggling hard on the defensive end.
This is the thing, though. Jordan Poole last year was just a surprise factor. Nobody's surprised by it no more. He has to do something different.
Yeah.
And he's just not capable of doing it.
Not yet.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not. Poole is fucking hot booty cheeks.
So, but this is the thing, though. like
Poole's hot booty cheeks right now.
It's like they have no offensive struggles.
Yeah.
It's literally only on the defensive end. And they average 117 points a game. That's third in the league.
Low key, bro, I feel like I'm not saying you shouldn't have paid Wiggins and Poole because you know what? From what they're doing last year,
Wiggins
Wiggins is still going off right now.
And he's the only one that's been solid
on both ends. Yeah,
like on defense,
outside of Steph, obviously.
But to me, low key. Those little guys that you could let go, the Gary Paytons.
Bro, what the fuck? They sent James Wiseman back to the G League. I don't even know when that happened.
Well, so here's my issue with that.
He wasn't playing good when he got to the team, bro.
But that's the thing is they weren't.
Bro, I only seen him in one game.
But that's here's my issue with that and Steve Kerr.
11.
My issue with that and Steve Kerr is that the Warriors, what their defensive struggle is that they have the worst. They are last in the NBA. In inside defense, they are dead.
Wiseman was bad inside.
No, he's not. He wasn't even really getting the minutes to even really be effective on that end.
Bro,
so why would you even send him down?
I don't think they should have sent him down at all. He's well above serviceable as a backup.
I'm not saying he's a great defender.
The
but
one
the
and only time I've seen James Wiseman on the court was when we played the Lakers, or when they played the Lakers, and Anthony Davis struggled.
Yeah.
That's all that there's. That is literally all that needs to be said. When James Wiseman was on the court, Anthony Davis struggled.
Bro, Anthony Davis' first 10 games struggled.
And my thing is like, I'm not saying James Wiseman isn't a good
inside.
Defender.
He was, bro. We were talking about an OD. What are you talking about? How he wasn't showing any effort. He was struggling. He wasn't getting his shots up. He wasn't going inside.
Yeah, he just wasn't getting shots. And honestly, I'm gonna save that for the later segment. Because that's definitely coming. Yeah. But still.
That is coming. This could be fun.
But, I mean, I'm hot on them right now.
My thing
James Wiseman is not a great defensive center right now.
He wasn't great. And stats will say that James Wiseman is a bottom 10 defender. But again, he wasn't given the minutes to even do anything.
He was given like 15 a game.
But the guys that you had, Draymond, Looney, the guys, on the bench, the big man on the bench, Wiseman, whoever, that rotation that you had wasn't getting the job done. Because on the inside, bottom in the league, dead last. Like
he's better than JaMychal Green as their backup, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get why sending him to the G League is their go-to. What?
That boy Tatum's a bad man.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying he should be a G League player at all because he's better than JaMychal fucking Green, who's their backup big, 100%.
I just don't think you send him down. I just think Looney's time as a starting center.
How are you going to keep developing him? By not playing him, it makes no sense.
I just think Looney's not your starting center anymore. He's too slow. Centers are too fast these days. Guys going inside are abusing.
He's always been this slow, though. He's always been this slow.
But like now, centers are just, especially this year more than ever, they're just fast.
I just think I think he's the same player he's always been.
He's slower.
No, I think
he's slower this year for sure.
No, he's not.
He's getting abused this year more than ever. He's with Wiseman in the bottom 20.
He's always been though. He's never been a great defending big man.
What?
Looney? A great?
He's never been this bad.
Not this bad, but
and he's also never been below average. He's been either right at average or gently above. Come on, Looney Tunes.
No, that's literally
the playoffs was this last year's playoffs was the only one where I was like, whoa.
Before Jared Vanderbilt, he was my hardest working dude in the NBA. He was a hard worker. Come on.
I'm saying he wasn't a hard worker.
Looney was busting his ass. Come on.
Who's saying he wasn't busting his ass?
He had 2 hip replacements or some shit.
Did he? Holy
fuck.
Fuck.
He had like some major shit going on with his hips. Jesus That's why he's so slow now.
That's tough.
Yeah.
2 hip replacements? What did he do?
Or some kind of major surgeries on his legs or something. I don't know, dude.
That
guy, he's gone through it. I'm amazed by that guy.
I just think Wiseman shouldn't be in the fucking G League. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
They're not playing Moody and Kuminga that much. It's just like, I don't know what they're trying to do with this young core, but they're not doing it right now. Yeah. If your starters are playing like shit, play the young guys a little bit more. It just...
I ain't gonna lie. You know what? This is kind of like in like the distant far back. You know what the Warriors are or you know who the Warriors are low-key missing right now? Mark Jackson. They are missing
the man who started
shit out
it
of
all.
Mark Jackson. Because I have no doubt that Mark Jackson would be able to reinstall the culture of the Warriors.
Bro, Mark Jackson was the one who developed the guys who we have now.
Mark Jackson
Steve Kerr wasn't.
Mark Jackson would have been horrible when the punch happened, but he would have been great after it happened.
Yeah.
Because I think he wouldn't have known how to handle when that punch happened. I think Kerr was great for that. But after it happened, I think Mark Jackson
it's just at the end of the day, like I was saying, Steve Kerr isn't the guy who was developing guys. He got these guys fully developed, and they kicked Mark Jackson to the curb. Steve Kerr, we've never seen if he was good at developing players.
I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason, and Mark Jackson was removed.
Well, all I'm saying is if they had Mark Jackson, maybe he would be able to get these young guys to.
I don't know. I don't know if Mark Jackson's being blackballed, but there's just a reason he's not in the NBA. I don't know what it is.
He was being blackballed.
I don't know.
Being blackballed.
The Knicks need to do something. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so
Tom Thibodeau.
You mentioned Jason Tatum.
I say real quick, shout out to Jason Tatum, 49 and 11.
That's what he just dropped.
15 of 25, 8 for 12 from the 3.
Which is funny as fuck.
You don't want to take that back?
Jesus.
You want to take that back or no?
Yeah. Jesus. So the Los Angeles Lakers.
What? You just said speaking of Jason Tatum. Son doesn't want to lose this argument.
We were going to have a debate about Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid.
We're not doing it no more?
No, because I was going to take Joel Embiid. Realistically, I'm starting to come around to Tatum a lot.
So am I.
I still think he should stop this Kobe dick riding, but...
Well, that's just... He's not going to. It's just what it is.
Joel
We're going to have
Embiid,
to deal with that.
I have a very funny comparison to make.
What?
I
have a very, very funny comparison to make.
I'm just curious on what Embiid did today. He got smoked.
So
fucking Cavs. That's what he did to me.
Oh my god.
He got fucking destroyed. Jesus.
Oh, and he had a horrible game.
Yeah, it's not looking good for that boy.
Dude, they gotta trade Tobias Harris.
Yeah. 3 points? What the hell?
0 for 7.
Oh my god.
That guy is lost.
How the hell?
Yo, Joel Embiid had negative 12 plus minus though.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I was saying.
Doing everything he can.
Shake Milton was at minus 30.
Minus 30
Daniel House Jr. was the hero at 0.
Bro, Joel Embiid had 19 and 6. Holy fuck.
Kevin Silver had 22.
There he's got. Wait, go up to Embiid real quick. Did he get 4 assists?
No.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he got 6.
No, Embiid, what I want to say is, because, I'm still sticking with my 76ers championship take, as weak as that looks right now.
Didn't I have Joel as MVP? I think
it's still not a bad take. There's a
lot of time, but when you come out firing, it helps
McMahon.
At the end, huh?
Vince McMahon. You guys are aware of that.
You're comparing Joel to Vince McMahon?
Yes. The XFL. The XFL, right?
Okay.
So, you know how Vince McMahon kept trying to come back with, like, the XFL?
Okay.
That is my comparison with Embiid and the 76ers. It's like, it just won't go away. And it's like, I almost wish for the health of Philadelphia, the 76ers, and Joel Embiid that, like, this stops. I'm almost at that point where after this year, like, they don't win, I just hope this ends.
Alright, that was the most random analogy
Because it's
to
like
ever come out of this podcast.
With Vince McMahon and XFL, it was an unhealthy thing that was going on.
You don't have to explain yourself, big dog.
It's just like this.
We're just gonna be okay with.
Because, bro, Joel
comparison.
Embiid is at this fucking war every fucking day. As I just looked at V-Man's screen, this dude, his whole team's at like negative 30 plus minus.
Yeah.
And this
the
dude's
whole team
at
was
negative 12.
Combined, the whole team averaged a negative 28.
And he's at negative 12.
Uh-huh.
This dude is going to war every
He's
time he's
above
playing.
average.
Like, he's just going to war every time he's playing. Like, he's just out there just getting hurt every game. Looking like V-Man.
We're not doing this again. Bro, they don't look alike.
Big props to the guy. But Jason Tatum, yeah, he's a dog.
Nah, Jason Tatum's been bugging the fuck out this year. Averaging career highs.
I think
points and assists.
If he does not mention Kobe in the playoffs, I think he'll win one.
He might be MVP.
Tatum?
Yeah.
I mean, if the Celtics continue to be fucking
18-4, yeah. I could see.
Because at this point, I'm surprised there's not any rumors of them breaking the fucking record. They're on pace for it.
Yeah.
No, not on pace.
No,
Never
they're
mind,
not.
because it's a quarter. But,
they're well below pace.
But speaking of just fabulous teams, the Los Angeles Lakers, number 13 in the West.
All right, so real quick.
You guys passed the Spurs.
Uh-huh.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You didn't pass
Shout
them
out
last.
boys.
Yeah, you didn't pass them last year, but you beat the shit out of them like 3 times this year.
3 times in a row.
Let's go.
We own those douchebags.
This isn't your, 2000s matchups, Lakers and Spurs. Wow, yeah, or the Rockets. Jesus Christ.
DeJounte
But-
Murray, bitch.
Alright, so real quick, I got a little take on them. We're only 5 games below 500 right now, and that's still a lot. But we're on an uprise. Our whole team as a unit is playing better. They're playing good, not just better. They're playing good basketball. And I feel like our big trio, or big three, I don't even know what. I feel like Russ, AD, LeBron can work. Fucking Russ is playing phenomenally off that bench. Fucking phenomenally. He's actually
Darvin.
He's shooting really well from 3 since he's been on bench. AD has been a man amongst boys the last 10 games. Been bugging the fuck out. And LeBron, I feel the only reason LeBron is just shooting like a fucking dickhead and just 1 for 9ing or 2 for 8ing or just going out there like a dumbass is because he feels like he's the only guy who should. Huh?
I got the same form.
I even went lefty for him. I feel like he just feels like he's the only one who could be taking those shots because everyone else is bad at threes. So I feel the one thing they need to do is just get that one shooter. Like, really reliable shooter. Not just a guy who, he's a fringe guy who's been a decent shooter, and let's get him here and he's going to shit the bed when we get him.
I promise you it ain't got nothing to do with that. His old ass just cannot get to the basket anymore. And that's what that is.
He's finally 40.
He's still 38.
Or, you know what I mean. He's fine. I think he's finally 38, and he's trying his best not to show that.
Yeah. He still has bursts, but he's not that guy. And like athletically anymore. And yes, I agree with that. But I feel like if he just does that playmaking role, gets his like 20 points, sure, just flat 20, don't need nothing more. Is that playmaking role? Let AD do what the fuck AD's been doing and hope he stays healthy. Let Russ run the fucking bench like he's been doing phenomenally. And you get that one or two good shooters that we just need, we're good.
You know what we need? This is what we need. We need LeBron to actually develop his late career game like he was supposed to.
I feel like it's too late.
It's not too late because he's LeBron James.
He already has.
No, he hasn't. He's just been fucking spectacular.
He's been winging it.
Like,
literally.
I don't know if you guys remember this.
At year 10, Kobe flipped a switch and started becoming a shooter.
Years ago.
Like a real shooter.
Did LeBron not do that?
He still wasn't no, he was a good shooter in the recent years.
I was gonna say
he wasn't known for being a
LeBron's just
shooter.
losing his shot.
He wasn't known for being a shooter though.
LeBron has never had a shot. That's the problem.
What?
He changes his shot every 2 years. His form.
I mean, he's not like I'm not gonna sit here and say that LeBron's a sharpshooter, but he at least developed a shot.
Yes, he developed a shot, but he
Like
also
a workable
changes
shot.
it. He also changes it every 2 to 3 years though.
What does that
Still.
have to do with anything?
But he's developed his late game.
No, he didn't.
Because he went from
obviously
a maniac.
not enough. He didn't do it enough. Because at the end of the day, all the other guys in the top, his tier of players, all those other guys were still, obviously they didn't do it for as long as him. But their late career, skill-wise, they were better than him.
Ooh.
At scoring the basketball, they were better than him.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Everybody of his tier, the top 10 tier list.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Name me somebody.
Michael Jordan.
Did he score?
The only reason
I'm not.
The only reason I'm not fully
I'm not.
I'm talking about from the time. I'm not talking about their last dying years. I'm talking about when they exited their physical apex.
That's what I'm saying. So like LeBron averaged 30 points per game last year.
So what?
I'm in hospital socks defending LeBron James.
All right, so one sec. The only thing I can say against that is LeBron has also what you're saying is right. When everyone starts to decline in like physical wise, they turn on a new thing.
Somewhere to do something else.
To me,
It's like a special case. I
just feel like LeBron. It is different only because everyone else is doing that in year 12.
All right, you know
year
what?
13.
LeBron's
in year 20, finally hitting that spot.
LeBron doesn't have an easy bucket. He doesn't have a move that'll get him an easy bucket.
What you mean?
Kobe had his fadeaway.
Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it!
You're about to tear.
Don't do it.
What you mean? Nah, but I mean, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, though. But I mean, he's gotten this far.
All I need is for him to to develop one shot that you can get a guaranteed bucket off of almost any time that you want.
I get what you're saying.
That's it.
I get what you're saying.
I feel like his middy's pretty efficient.
Because at the end of the day, all right,
his turnaround middy's pretty efficient.
Like you said, the Lakers right now, they're playing very good basketball as a team, as a unit. Boom. The one thing that I've observed that is what is holding us back is his shooting. We will not win. We'll never win anything. And I will go on, we will never win anything again if he is averaging more shots than Anthony Davis.
I agree.
If he's taking more shots than I watched it the other night. I watched Anthony Davis score 25 points on like 10 for 18, and LeBron scored 22 on 9 for 20 something. And I'm just
22.
like, well,
9 for 22.
Why didn't he take 10 less shots and just give them to Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis scores 38.
No, I 100%
points.
agree with what you're saying. I just feel like LeBron is a weird case because, like I was going into, all those other players you're talking about changed their game around year 12, year 13, because that's when they started hitting their physical decline. It's year 20 now for LeBron, and he's finally hitting that physical decline. So it's harder to change your game 20 years in. It's a little bit harder.
What I need is I need the Lakers, like you said, I need them to figure out a way to get one shooter, and I need them to figure out a way to get an actual serviceable big man to
Pat
be
Bev,
next to Davis.
Kendrick Nunn, 1 first. Give us Buddy.
You know damn well niggas ain't doing that shit.
Maybe add a second to that. Give us Buddy. It will for the Pacers, low key. That does make sense. Only because only because it does make sense for them this particular season.
What the fuck they gonna do with Kendrick Nunn?
In the offseason, they're all off the books. Kendrick Nunn, Pat Bev. They'll have mad money to put some players around Mathurin and Halliburton.
Them motherfuckers got mad money anyway. Who they got on contract?
They're gonna have 2 max slots if they do that. Because Buddy Hield would be on contracts this summer still.
Who are they going to sign with the max slots?
I don't, bro. That's what free agency's about, bro. I'm not
Gordon
about to just
Hayward?
give you two names.
Gordon Hayward to the Indiana Pacers?
No. I don't even think doesn't he still have another year after this?
I don't know.
No, they're probably just gonna sign like Taj Gibson or something.
Well, I'm not even saying sign big names, but I feel like your 2 guys could be Halliburton and Mathurin. I feel like those could be your 2 guys. Build around that team a lot of really good pieces with that cap.
Buddy Hield is one of them.
He could be, but he's also getting paid $21 million a year, which they might not like.
I need another big man behind Anthony Davis, like next to him.
Ryan. No.
Just a big guy that can get rebounds.
I need Gabriel.
Because I don't know. I mean, I like what Anthony Davis is doing, but like I said, I'm just scared that guy is gonna sneeze and
Scared us the other night.
Defensive player of the year.
Well, no, that's fine, but you need to preserve that too. And then if you give someone else inside so that LeBron can just stay and just pass to someone else inside, pass to another sharpshooter. I need LeBron passing. I don't need him shooting at all. I need him passing.
Mm-hmm.
I need a smooth 20 and 10 out of LeBron every game. And then those 10 need to go to Anthony Davis, the center, and that sharpshooter.
That's the thing, though. I don't have a problem with any points that LeBron gives me. Yeah. I just need them to be efficient.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I
need an efficient.
I don't have a problem with the points he gives me. I have a problem with the misses he gives me.
Yeah.
That's what I have a problem.
Because a lot of it's careless. He's just walking up and just breaking.
If you
walking up
20
and breaking.
points on 17 for 4 or on 7 for 14 shooting, I'm good with that.
Yeah, 50% shooting is fucking fine. It's beautiful. When he's literally doing this.
That's just like.
Bro, how do you not just run up and just start swarming
with somebody and they get their hand and they start smiling?
Yeah.
Like, you know what's happening.
Like, how do you not just get up and just...
Right. Yeah. The minute I see him look at the ball, don't even think about it.
All right. So, give me your finals matchups right now.
Fuck. Holy shit.
Nah, no thought. No thoughts. No looking at your computers. Final matchups.
Celtics, Pelicans.
Woo! Wow.
I'm going to go with gutsy one.
I got Warriors, Bucks.
Only because the West is so wide open and I feel like some teams could get injured. I'm going Cavs. Just to be different, I'm going Cavs and Suns.
Cavs, Suns, Celtics, Pelicans.
Because right now it doesn't matter. So, Cavs and Suns. No, I'm saying our take right now, 20 games in.
I don't know. I just feel like people's going to have a really hard time dealing with Zion in the playoffs. I ain't going front.
Like, it'll be his first time doing playoff ball.
Celtics and Pelicans would be so aggressive.
Because he's not just one of those...
I don't think I'd be ready for that. That would be such an aggressive
He's
finals.
not one of those players that you can just game plan for like that.
No.
I just don't think I think the Pelicans would get
What was
eaten
yours?
alive. Bucks and Warriors.
That's the
for me,
realistic
it's like,
one.
When it gets to the NBA Finals, it's just like it always just ends up like, what do you think is just like the typical thing that would happen? That's what I always come down to. So, and then last year it was like the Warriors are going to take the whole thing. That's the only, that was the only typical thing that could have happened.
I'm just going to check just to make sure.
That would be fucking hilarious if none of that recorded.
That's why I just want to be Gucci.
We're Gucci?
1 hour and 24 seconds in.
Not bad. Wait, 1 hour and 24? Oh, yeah. I'm dead.
1 hour.
I'm not going to lie to you. If not the Pelicans, I'll take the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies?
Yeah.
If fucking... They all can stay healthy at the same time.
Pelicans and Celtics will be a wicked match.
Pelicans and Celtics would probably be my favorite this year. Yeah. But I just want to go out on a whim and be different, so Cavs and Suns. Fuck it.
Cavs and Suns would be cool because the Cavs would mollywop the Suns
would fuck
right on out of the fucking... Yeah, but I could see the Cavs choking.
I just
with
want to see that. I just want
inexperience,
to see that shooting guard matchup of Devin Booker and Donovan
though.
Mitchell.
I feel like Donovan Mitchell would school Devin Booker for some reason.
Bro, I feel like he could. Yeah.
That would be so.
Oh,
primal.
that'll be the biggest fuck you to the Suns.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
love it. I'd love it. I'd fucking love it.
Hell yeah. And you know what? I do want to say something is that, like, when it comes to the Pelicans, the fact that they're 12-8 and then they're in third right now is a testament to, like, yeah, I think they're for real. I think they're good.
Bro, I've been warning everybody.
Yeah.
Like, for
I had them
months, bro.
2 or 3 seed coming into the year.
And I said that Zion would be fine, and he's fine. So that's where I think I was cool. I mean, there's obviously some things that I'm concerned with, like Ingram has been up and down, McCollum's been up and down.
Zion's been up and down.
But you have all season to figure this out, and they're 12-8.
They're just in the land of figuring.
Yeah, they're figuring themselves out.
Yeah, and they're 12-8. So
because adding somebody like Zion into your team, that's an adjustment.
I feel like they already got the hardest part out the way. They already got Bi and CJ to click.
Yeah, because they're the main ball handlers.
Now the next most important step is Bi and Zion. Once them two are running together,
I said Zaza at first. I was like, holy fuck!
Once them two is running together like they're supposed to, it's gonna be very.
Hell yeah! So
then they just got Valanciunas out there, like mad annoying.
For what?
Mad annoying.
And what's crazy is Valanciunas.
They can compete with any starting lineup in the NBA, which is great. If you have a big, they got the big for it. They can play small ball, whatever.
Earlier videos, I said they arguably have the best starting five in the league.
Yeah.
It was them and the Cavs. I think we were debating. But to me, it's funny with Valanciunas too, because when everyone just decides to shit the bed that night,
that actually would be
Valanciunas pops off for 35, and I'm like, okay,
that'll be a crazy ass matchup too, though.
That would probably be the most fun one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans eat them alive, though.
Honestly, if we're looking at pure
basketball, I think the Pelicans eat them alive.
Yeah.
Pure basketball, that probably is the matchup that we should get.
That would be fucking beautiful, bro.
Because I think that on both sides,
yeah.
The Cavs beat the Celtics twice. So you can kind of nudge the Cavs as a team, as a unit, above them, I guess. They have a deeper team than the Celtics, I believe.
I don't know.
Yeah. I would go
it's not that I hate the Celtics.
They got Jose Alvarado.
It's not that I hate the Celtics. I can't see them in the finals. Something's going to go... First things first...
Celtics, bro.
No.
He hates the Celtics like he hates Pascal Siakam.
Because my thing...
What? I haven't even said anything about him.
Because he's injured right now. That's the
only reason. First things first is that, like, Time Lord is still hurt. That's going to be an on and off thing. Like, that seems like something that's never going to end.
That's the thing. They're still number one without him.
No, right. But, like, and then secondly, like, Al Horford's just, like, he's old.
Real quick, actually, getting back.
And they're still number one with an old Al
Right,
Horford.
but that's my thing is, like, so...
How long will that last is what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
So then you do run into the Cavs in a 7-game series, then what? That's a struggle of a series.
One thing
that's a real grinded out series. So if you get past them, right?
You can say that about anybody. Though.
No, right, but that's what I'm saying. Like you get past the Cavs, your team is so beat the fuck up, and then you see the Bucks next, and Giannis is raising hell.
They were in the same situation last year.
They did that last year.
Well, but Time Lord but Al Horford was different though.
He was different in one of those series.
No, Al Horford was.
He was different in one of those and in the finals.
Nah, you don't understand. This was the legend of Al Horford.
Yeah.
We were about to get his jersey. This is.
They actually won. If they won the finals, I was getting.
Al Horford was.
I was getting Al Horford.
I don't know what was going on there.
Back to the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram, bro. He off of 4 attempts a game from 3, which is more than he usually averages anyway, because he usually averages like 2. He's shooting 46% from 3 right now too.
Yeah, he's a good 3-point shooter.
Before this year, he was like 36% off of 2 attempts because he was more of a mid-range shooter. But this year, he's actually shooting a lot. And
that's
he's
what
making
I like about him, though. It's because it's like he's a good shooter. He just don't shoot him often.
Yeah, most people expect him to do the midi. Yeah.
And what's really dangerous is that...
And he's still one of the best mid-range shooters in the whole league, too.
it's crazy is that Brandon Ingram has improved his game in some way,
Every
shape, or
year.
form every single year.
Fucking year.
Even when
one
he was
year
a
it was
Laker.
just facilitating. Yeah. 1 year it was his midi.
1 year
Next
was
year it was
defense.
his defense, and then this year his three is
last year's ability to take over games.
Yeah, like bro, every year
collecting the 6 Infinity Stones.
Holy fuck.
He's just about to become.
And that's what I was saying. It's like it's so dangerous because then now you insert Zion, and it's one of the best players in the whole fucking planet. It's just
so pissed with we traded him.
Yeah.
Should have given Kuzma. They wanted Kuzma too.
Bro, like that
and we was like Kuzma fits better
bro.
with LeBron.
That was a no-brainer.
I understood it back then.
I didn't.
I understood it. Yeah, no, and we had this convo a lot.
Like, bro.
I understood why they did because given the 1 year they all were together, Ingram and LeBron couldn't do well on the court together. But bro, I wanted Ingram.
This was my thought process.
I just got it why they didn't.
I don't know how.
This was my thought process. All right, now I'm asking you directly.
I didn't think Kuzma was gonna fall off.
You have two people. You have two players. You have to trade one of them.
You know, right? One is clearly about to be better than the other.
Oh,
potential-wise.
I'm clearly trading Kuzma.
Hold on.
But
you have one player that's being compared to Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And the other player's comparison is Lamar Odom. You're going to choose Lamar Odom, and I am a Laker faithful. I love Lamar Odom.
Love him. But
in no circumstance
KD's a top 50
would
player
I
of all
ever
time.
take Lamar Odom over Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but then you just think about LeBron James.
I wouldn't take Lamar Odom over 50% of Kevin Durant.
It's LeBron James.
Bro, if you insert Ingram into the 2020 bubble as a Laker over Kuzma, we still win that. So it wouldn't have affected anything.
LeBron James.
LeBron
James. Blame that guy.
Oh, no, 100%, bro.
For what?
I told you. It's
we got the one ring.
Like LeBron James.
Our future is questionable.
Like, if LeBron's lucky he won. LeBron's lost a lot.
Yeah.
He's lucky he won the rings that he did. Because if he didn't, wow. There's a lot bad there. There's a lot. One of the things is David Black. He ruined that man's whole career got fucking thrown down the toilet because of LeBron.
David Black. I forgot about that motherfucker.
Because I still don't think that guy's a bad coach. I don't think that guy's a bad coach at all.
What's crazy about that situation is, too, they then upgraded Ty Lue. And, bro, what's crazy is Ty Lue is talked about as a really good coach nowadays. Back then, when they won with Ty Lue, everyone was like, bro, LeBron would be on that bench screaming at Ty Lue, taking the clipboard and showing and doing plays for people. Everyone was like, they just got Ty Lue because LeBron would walk all over him, which he did.
Yeah.
But now somehow everyone's like, oh, LeBron or Ty Lue got that championship pedigree. He's a good coach. He's great. And I'm not shitting on Ty Lue, but it's just like,
he only knows how to call timeouts.
We flipped how did the league?
Timeouts great.
He's a great timeout.
He's probably the best timeout coach in the league.
The moment a run gets started,
hell no. Except for when JR did that in the finals. Because they still had a timeout left and JR ran the clock out and LeBron's looking at JR crazy and goes, we didn't have a timeout. Ty's
I can't blame that nigga for that. I thought he was supposed to shoot it.
He was.
JR was supposed to shoot that fucking ball.
I hate how the league switched the narrative up of, Ty Lue was getting run over by LeBron and he was just soft and he didn't add anything to that team he has championship pedigree and he's a great coach and this and the third. I just don't get how the league be flip-flopping like that with the narratives.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And what I don't understand is that the Knicks are the way they are. No, I'm just playing. The Knicks, I don't know. I mean, we're very mid. This is hilarious.
Very mid.
This is hilarious.
They're Knicks.
Yeah.
I mean, I did call them being a 10
They're not. I say they're not better than I thought they were. They're not worse than I thought.
I hope we're mid enough to get one playoff game in the Garden. I want to go.
They're exactly where I said they would be. 10 seed.
I want to go. I want to go to if it's a playoff game at the Garden. I need a play-in. I would love a play-in.
Play-in energy is crazy.
Play-in would be nice.
Especially if we're the ninth seed. If we're the ninth seed, I would love that.
Bro, it's just,
that'd be a cool little game.
To me, what's craziest with this team, the only one really playing bad is RJ, bro. And it just
RJ Barrett's having a really hard
hurts,
season.
bro, because that's the guy who I was like, oh, nah.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been paying attention too much to him. Is he really?
Yeah.
But
what's crazy
the team is still not being ran right. We have too much talent and not the right coach.
They're not giving D-Rose no scratch. They're playing him 13 minutes a game.
I know,
he's getting
bro.
6
I've been picking
points.
him up on the waiver
Well, I
wire,
mean, he's
just
not
getting nothing. I'm just like,
I mean, D-Rose isn't really providing us anything when he's
like
playing.
I said, he was going to happen before the
because
season started,
it's-
and you looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, because it's like
You gotta play him. What are you talking about?
Because we do,
He would be our
because-
6th man.
he should be. Because if
Not if
D-Rose,
he's not going to provide anything.
because he's only getting like 13 minutes, and what is he going to provide you in those 13 minutes? Like for someone like D-Rose to be productive, you have to give him 20, 25 minutes.
But I could just give Emmanuel quickly that.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what I said in the beginning of the season.
When Thibodeau is giving Quickly these minutes, he's not running the ball through Quickly at all. Quickly's over in the corner
He's playing
somewhere.
him off ball. He's playing him as a 2-guard.
Which makes no sense. And then like
Especially when you got Cam
Reddish
and
is
RJ on
lost.
the floor.
And then Cam Reddish is lost. He's
Well,
barely
bro,
getting the ball.
they're not defining
Like-
Cam Reddish's role. They're just putting him out there. Oh, you're going to get 30 minutes this game. He does really good. The next game, you're going to get 7 minutes. It's just like, bro.
Or you're gonna get 27 minutes, but you're gonna stand there in a corner for the
They're
whole
not.
game.
I'm not putting that on Cam
Right.
at all. At some point, you do have to kind of give Cam some blame in some of the situations.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, like you're as a coach, you have to put them in the right spots, and you're not calling plays where they're gonna be in the right spots.
And it's like it's weird because it's like you have it defined for Brunson and Julius Randle because you have them clicking. Like I love what I see from Brunson and Randle. I didn't think I would. I was scared. I was scared of Brunson and Randle.
Low key, when they're drawing out plays. Like I've watched a few games where there will be like 10 plays drawn up in a row, and they're only between Brunson and Randle, and it's just like, yeah, but
Beautiful.
why is no one else involved in these plays? Though?
And that's exactly my issue.
Why is RJ not getting plays called for him?
And that's my thing is like it's beautiful, but then at the same time,
It's beautiful for them too.
it turns
That's
into
it.
a disaster by the end of the game. And Tom Thibodeau is just some fucking.
Tom Thibodeau is doing Tom Thibodeau things.
He's just some ugly
Oh
frog,
my God!
kooky
Hey,
looking
whoa,
motherfucker.
Whoa, calm down.
And I don't know. I just hope this team figures it out because we have a lot of talent. I'm not saying it's a championship winning team, but it's a very talented team.
And what's crazy is they have the 10th best offensive rating in the league.
No,
They have the 10th best offensive rating in the league, but the 23rd worst defensive rating.
and our coach is known for defense.
Yeah.
So what do we have you for?
Yeah. Their net rating from offensive to defensive rating is -0.7.
And all the we had, I don't know. I would much rather have Mike Woodson, Dave
Fizdale, bro. Dave Fizdale is
He would
literally
do wonders with RJ Barrett.
He's the guy
Wonders.
who is known for developing young talent, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that they got rid of him after one season was fucking
because he
bro.
And it's funny because one of the main reasons for firing him was because he didn't do good with Frank Nicolina. That
Bro,
fucking bum.
and what killed me is, bro, it
fucking
cigarettes.
That was Phil because that was Phil Jackson's last fuck you to the Knicks on his way. I don't even know what. This is my issue with the Knicks is that we knew, Phil Jackson knew, the whole world knew that Phil Jackson was going to get fired, so we let him get to draft day so he could draft Frank Nicolina over, who the fuck was it?
Dennis Smith Jr.
No, other dude. Fucking Kings.
Oh, at the
Kings.
time,
De'Aaron Fox.
at the time they wanted Dennis Smith and passed up on him.
No, I think we drafted Frank Nicolina over De'Aaron Fox. I think I should check this real quick.
No, I think so. But
either way, we let Phil
did it over fucking Jabari Smith Jr. and then ended up trading for him. I do remember.
But we literally.
I was like,
the
what?
fuck did I just say?
You said Jabari Smith Jr.
I'm fucking retarded.
Guy who got drafted
Dennis
this
Smith
year.
Jr.
Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr.
Dennis Smith.
But either which way, Phil Jackson knew he was done with the Knicks. The Knicks knew that he was done with the Knicks. We all knew he was done, but we let him draft anyway, and here comes in bum-ass Frank Nicolina.
Bro, and one of the best things that from David Fizdale that I saw that you never see from coaches, when he got hired in the offseason, or was it at the end of the season that was going terribly? He got hired late into one season or at the end of it. And over the offseason, bro, Fizdale was taking all the young guys you had on the team, Kevin Knox, Ntilikina, fucking that one dude who randomly, Alonzo Trier, he was taking a bunch of guys that were all young talents.
What happened to him?
Lonzo Trier?
Yeah.
He just
I don't know,
fucking
he-
fell
no
off
one-
after one decent season.
He was decent,
Yeah.
and then he started struggling, and then no one else signed him
But
after that.
Fizdale during the offseason got all these young guys, wanted to build camaraderie. He would go and watch fucking like the Olympic games with them. He would go and watch the preseason with them. He would go and
Yeah.
watch summer league with. He was taking all these guys and watching
And
basketball
we had
with them.
such a horrible team. I
And-
don't know how you get an accurate reading of a coach with such a horrible team.
Yeah, I hate how the NBA franchises are run with I'm going to build a team for you my way, and if it doesn't work, I'm blaming you.
And it's going to be so ass.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting you to win something.
Yeah, and then we're going to fire you and blame it on you, and then your reputation in the league is going to be tarnished. Even though I built a team, not you. Like, it's so, like, the GMs and presidents have so much power that fucks other people over in the in the leagues. It happens so often, and it kills me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess that's how it works, so.
I don't know. I'm nervous as a Knicks fan because being a Knicks fan, you just feel like something stupid's gonna happen.
Yes.
I don't know. I just hope that we trade Cam Reddish to the Lakers for a first. That'd be cool. Come on, he help you guys out.
I'll give you a first for that.
He's the shooter you guys.
Giving you Kendrick Nunn in a second.
Nah.
I'll give you Kendrick Nunn straight up.
That's OD. Kendrick Nunn in a second.
He's the shooter you guys need.
And we'll give you Kendrick Nunn in a second.
The first.
No.
He's just like Buddy.
Well, we have to give you a player because we got no cap to take in just free people. So you're getting somebody, and we're not giving you a first, and we're giving you somebody. So
Anthony Davis. Start the rebuild.
imagine that happens, like Cam for AD, and then fucking Cam just bugs the fuck out.
AD gets hurt. And with that, everybody, that is another
I'll
episode.
give you Genie Bus and a fucking stripper pole.
Bro, I swear to God.
I'll give you Genie Bus, Rob Pelinka,
She's only in office
and a
'cause
hot
she's a
chili
woman.
cheesesteak for Cam Reddish.
Damn, Cam Reddish. I hope you are not a fan of this podcast, because if you are, you are.
No, the thing is, we do like you, Cam, but not giving up a
I would love
first.
to have Cam Reddish on the team.
I would love if Cam and the Lakers tried to get Cam 3 times,
Draft pick.
but not for one of our late firsts. That were.
But either which way, that was another episode of the Built Different podcast. Christmas is coming. The rebrand is coming. We have a lot of good plans for you. Make sure you like, subscribe, sell your soul. Shout out to Belgium. We love you out there in Belgium. We hope you didn't miss us.
Belgium.
We hope you didn't miss us too much. Ben Simmons is back. All is well.
He's hurt.
Yeah, but he's back.
What you mean?
We got to see a 20-point game from Ben
A
Simmons.
few of them.
Before he got hurt again. Whoa. If you didn't see that, because I don't know if the camera angle got it.
Right.
Oh!